إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. صلاة الوتر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Brothers, please fill up the gaps. So please fill up the gaps. Brothers who are outside, please come inside. Sisters who are outside, see if you can find a space upstairs, inshallah.
गिर जाएगा। अच्छा ठीक है। Moaz bhai, this is coming your way. Sorry, not Moaz. Moaz bhai is my.
My dear and respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum. I see lots of brothers standing. So, brothers and sisters, if you can move a little bit. Brothers, please come that way. So 10-15 brothers can come this way. And brothers and sisters, today is the 27th night of Ramadan, a special night. Today could be Laylatul Qadr. So it's a very precious night, and we should make the full use of it by making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so that Allah can forgive us, inshallah. So brothers and sisters, I'll start by mentioning our masjid where, mashallah, you have 5 kuffars who led Salat al-Taraweeh. If you delete me, the 4 of them are young. So these make dua for the young kuffars. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them. We have Hafiz Mahfuz al-Rahman. May Allah bless him for, not only leading Salat al-Taraweeh, but guiding so many young kuffars. And mashallah, he is so active in organizing youth of our community. And along with his job, he finds time to organize youth and keep them engaged in Islamic work. So may Allah guide Mahfuz al-Rahman. And then we have Usama Abuwaid, the eldest son of Prophet Usman Sahib. MashaAllah, he just now became alim in South Africa. And now he is going for his mufti course, which will take him 2 more years. And MashaAllah, he led Salat al-Taraweeh beautifully. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him and may Allah take lots of work of deen from him, inshallah. And then we have Sulaiman Abuwaid, the younger brother of Usama, who is also in South Africa studying. He is here on vacation, so he led us in Salat al-Taraweeh. And he also led in such a beautiful manner. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make him an alim of deen. May Allah take lots of Islamic work from him, inshallah. Then we have brother Muhammad, who is not only a young man, but mashallah, he had led us beautifully in Salat al-Taraweeh. This was his first experience of leading Salat al-Taraweeh in our masjid, but he did it in a very beautiful manner. And mashallah, he is not only a good hafiz of Quran, but he is an excellent student in academics. That mashallah, he is going to Johns Hopkins University to start his medical studies there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him. At the same time, my dear brothers and sisters, we must acknowledge the services of Hafiz Usman Sahib, who has been serving our masjid and our community for such a long time. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all the good work that Hafiz Usman Sahib has been doing for years after years. He is mostly behind the scene, but he is doing such a tremendous amount of work that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can reward him for his years of service. Brothers and sisters, this year, because of the construction going on, when Ramadan came, most of us were very nervous. That how are we going to organize parking, how we are going to organize iftar and dinner in Ramadan, where are we going to put the tents for sisters to have iftar and dinner and for brothers to have iftar and dinner. So, but I can tell you brothers and sisters, this year it was such a smooth experience that everything ran according to the plan. There was no hiccups, there was no trouble in iftar, dinner or parking. And not only that, but the volunteers have told me that I should thank all of you for cooperating with the volunteers. And so I'm just conveying their message that, thank you for cooperating with the volunteers. Everything, including the parking, went very smoothly throughout the month of Ramadan. So may Allah bless you all for following the instruction of the volunteers. As of volunteers, brothers and sisters, no words can do justice for the tremendous amount of good work that they have been doing. And they are volunteers. They are doing it with their own will. They are there during the day and during the evening. So these volunteers asked me not to name them. But the list is long. On both men's side and women's side. They come here at Asr and they go around midnight. Throughout this time, they are serving the masjid, organizing iftar, dinner, and then traffic. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless these volunteers for their tremendous amount of good work. And a request that when you leave, just say Jazakallah khair, thank you to these volunteers for their good work. Brothers and sisters, inshallah, the Eid Salah will take place at our masjid at 8:30 inshallah. 8:30 sharp inshallah. So as I have mentioned to you earlier in Jummah, that we have enough parking alhamdulillah after we bought land next to the soccer field and we have cleaned those lands. So now we have plenty of space to park hundreds of cars. So inshallah, during the Eid Salah, we should not have problem regarding parking. So the Eid Salah, inshallah, would be at 8:30 sharp at our masjid. My dear brothers and sisters,
What day?
sorry?
Friday or Saturday?
So when we'll see the Hilal, then we'll do it. Thursday. If you have seen Hilal already, I do not know. But I'm talking about the Hilal that is seen on the sky. So, my dear Mr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us in different ways. One of the great things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had blessed us with is that our community is so supportive of the work that our masjid has been doing for years that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can reward you for your support. During Ramadan, brothers and sisters, we had 5 interfaith iftars. And in each of those 5 interfaith iftars, we have nearly 100 non-Muslims coming. So just today, before Isha, we had the 5th interfaith iftar, and this was only for Yahud, for Jews. And nearly 5 synagogues participated, their rabbis came. And for many of them, they were coming to Islamic Center, to a masjid for the first time. Same way with other 4 iftars. So Islam was introduced to many of these people, and for many of them it was their first experience coming to a Islamic gathering, and they came here to learn about Deen. So I would like to thank all of you for supporting this work of interfaith. This is very important. This is one of the ways to convey the message of Islam to those who have never heard about it. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all the volunteers, all the brothers and sisters who have been supporting the interfaith efforts. And now, my dear brothers and sisters, the last and the final thing, brothers and sisters, is about the construction of our masjid. As you all know that, the masjid is under construction, and I would like to thank all of you for your support. Without your support, we could not have reached to this point where we have reached. Now, in a few weeks, the walls would be up, inshallah. The walls are 35 feet tall, right? Now, in this month of Ramadan, we wanted to raise money for the domes and for the windows of our new masjid. My dear brothers and sisters, I will keep on encouraging you to give, because I'm not asking money for myself. I'm asking money for your own self. When you give for your own self. You should be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah has given you an opportunity to make a place for yourself in Jannah. You know, only after our death we'll understand the tremendous amount of reward that you will get for building or helping in the construction of the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, whatever you donated, that is your money. And whatever you will leave behind is not your money. So whatever you have donated, it is your money. So as we stand today, brothers and sisters, we have an opportunity to make one musalla for ourselves in the masjid. One musalla. And the cost of one musalla is $5,000. $5,000. My dear brothers and sisters, it's not a big amount. You know, if every family that lives around the masjid, if every family will make a pledge that I'm going to sponsor one musalla at least, right? Brothers and sisters, this masjid could be built in a very, very fast pace, right? People often ask, how long will it take for the masjid to finish? We do not know. As the money comes, masjid will keep building. But if each one of you can sponsor one musalla, right? Brothers and sisters, imagine the tremendous amount of reward and thawab that you are going to get. That for eternity, you are going to keep getting reward. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, all of you have this form, right? I think if you have not have this form, please get one from the volunteer. I'm not going to do fundraising today. What I'm just going to do is, I'm going to request you that none of you should leave the masjid until you fill up this form. And you know what? Not everybody can pay $5,000. But what you can do is, you can put any amount here, even if it is $1. Wallahi brothers. Whatever you can give, and then just put for how, I mean, this could be monthly deduction. It could be monthly deduction. But I want all of you, each one of you, to please fill up this form and just put the amount that I want this much money to be deducted from my account for, let's say, 12 months, 24 months. You know, so, but if you make a pledge that in, let's say, a year, 6 months, 18 months, 2 years, I'm going to give this much amount of money where I can buy or I can donate for one musalla, right? One musalla. Brothers and sisters, think about the amount of reward that you are going to get. And many of you can do it. Those who cannot, you know, brothers and sisters, you can do it together with your cousins, with your family members. But please do it. And brothers and sisters, this is another opportunity to, you know, do some sadaqah jariyah on behalf of our parents. How many among you who are sitting here have lost their parents? Imagine if your mom was alive today, right? She would have asked you to buy one musalla for her. She is not here. You can do this for your mom. And she will be so pleased in Barzakh that her son, her daughter had done a work for her that is going to keep benefiting her in Akhirah. If you have lost your dad, you can buy one musalla, $5,000 for your dad. Imagine how much reward your father will be getting in Barzakh. My dear brothers and sisters, tonight with the khatm of Quran, let me tell you something very personal for just 1 or 2 minutes. I will not be long. For many, many years, it was my desire that after I will finish Quran in Salatul Tarawih, right? When is possible. And you know, in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, you know, they just load you with those hard. Here we do not do this, but back there, they do this. With all those hard, right, the most, you know, pleasant thing for me was to go back home and to hug my mom, and my mom will hug me that my son finished the tilawat of Quran in Salatul Tarawih. That was the most pleasant thing for me. I'm talking about 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. When I came to US in 93, and when I will finish the Quran and Salat al-Tarawih, after making dua here, I will go home and the first thing that I will do, wallahi, would be call my mom in Lucknow and tell her that today I finished the Quran and Salat al-Tarawih. The amount of dua that she will give me, brothers and sisters, that was the most precious thing in my life. Most precious thing in my life. She passed away in 2000. I remember in 2000 when I left Salat al-Tarawih here, you know, I wanted to go back to my apartment to call my mom, but she was not there. She was not there. I called my dad. And you know, brothers, the way dad reacts is different than your mom reacts, right? So I will say, Abba, I finished my Quran. Abba said, good, good. May Allah accept. That's it, right? But mom was different. Why I'm telling you? Few brothers mentioned to me that, Hafsa, please mention this. Wallahi, I didn't want to mention this, but few brothers told me that I should mention it. This musalla request that I'm making you, brothers and sisters. This musalla. Brothers and sisters, I was eager myself that I want to sponsor at least one or two musalla. One for my mom and one for my dad. And since we made this math, that $5,000 for one musalla, I really wanted to buy one for my mom, one for my dad. But I wanted to keep it secret. Till one brother who is involved in the fundraising, he said, Hamza, in order to encourage people, you must mention this. And that is, brothers and sisters, I have also put myself in automated deduction. I want that by the time this project is finished, I should pay for two musallas, one for my mom, one for my dad. Why? Because imagine if my mom was alive today. You know, she would have hugged me and said, Beta, what a good thing you did for me. This is the best thing that we have done, because now, as long as people will be praying salah in the masjid, I will keep on getting the rewards. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm saying this again because few brothers asked me to mention this, so that I can encourage you. Brothers and sisters, most of you can sponsor lots of musalla. And let me tell you one more thing. If you don't sponsor, don't worry. This is the house of Allah. Allah will build this house. Allah will build his house. There is no, my teacher was here, he's Shaykh al-Hadith, right from Darul Nadwa, Lucknow. He came here, and while he was leaving, I said, Maasab, please make dua that we are able to build this masjid very quickly. He said, Tariq, keep on trying, but remember, there is not a single masjid in the world, not a single masjid in the world that is left incomplete. Once the work starts, it finishes. But fortunate are those people who work for the construction of the masjid. If you will not pay here at the masjid, you will pay somewhere else. But maybe somewhere else you will not get reward. But here, you will get tremendous amount of rewards. So I can only encourage you, brothers and sisters. You know, it's up to you. If you can fill up this form before you leave, and I will humbly request you, don't leave after dua till you have filled up the form and leave it anywhere in the masjid. We'll pick them up. Whatever amount of money you can give, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will inshallah accept. We have some wonderful brothers and sisters here in our community who has donated so much. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I see them sitting here. I wanted to mention their name, but I can't. I did not take the call, but mashallah, they have donated from their heart. But there are so many of you who have not yet done. So please, you know, sponsor one musalla, two musalla, three musalla, according to your capacity. Fill up the form, and inshallah, together we can build the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So brothers, inshallah, you will do it, inshallah? Please do it. And again, you can do it on behalf of your parents, right? Or your loved one who have left this world. And they will make dua for you in barzakh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept. So now let's make dua, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, please read Salat and Salam upon Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma anta salam wa anta salam tabarak rabbana wa alayhi ya jalali wal ikram. Allahumma arhamna bil Qur'an al azim waj'alhu lana imaman wa hudan wa nuran wa rahmah. Allahumma dhakkirna minhu ma nasina wa 'allimna minhu ma jahilna. وارزقنا تلاوته آناء الليل وآناء النهار واجعله لنا حجة يا رب العالمين. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه. اللهم أرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء. ربنا وتقبل دعاء. ربنا وتقبل دعاء. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. ربنا هب لنا من ازواجنا وذرياتنا قرة اعين واجعلنا للمتقين اماما. رب اوزعني ان اشكر نعمتك التي انعمت علي وعلى والدي وان اعمل صالحا ترضاه وادخلني برحمتك في عبادك الصالحين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا يا كريم. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا واسعا ولسانا ذاكرا وقلبا خاشعا وشفاء من كل داء. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك فإنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت. نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اللهم إنا نسألك رزقا حلالا طيبا مباركا فيه. اللهم إنا نسألك رزقا حلالا طيبا مباركا فيه. اللهم إنا نسألك رزقا حلالا طيبا مباركا فيه. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept our dua. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in this night of Ramadan, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept our dua. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are all sinners. We have come to your house begging for maghfirah. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive all of us. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the sins that we have committed throughout our life, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive us. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the sins that we have committed knowingly, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive them. All the sins that we have committed unknowingly, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive us. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, turn our sayyi'at into hasanat. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give all of us maghfirah in this night of Laylatul Qadr. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive all of us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive our parents. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, raise the status in Jannah. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those among us who have the good fortune of having their parents alive, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enable them to serve their parents before they lose this ni'mah. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those people who have mistreated their parents, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enable them to seek forgiveness from their parents. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before they lose this ni'mah. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those among us who have lost our parents, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enable us to do sadaqah jariyah on their behalf. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enable us to make dua for our parents day and night. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make the qubur, the graves of our parents, a garden among the gardens of paradise. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, elevate the position of our parents in barzakh. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give the shafa'at of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to our parents. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enter into Jannah, enter our parents into Jannah without hisab and kitab. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enable us to visit the graves of our parents. Enable us to make dua at the grave of our parents. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enable us to do sadaqah on behalf of our parents. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enable us to do sadaqah jariyah on behalf of our parents. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make our children true Muslims. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our children from kufr and shirk and nifaq. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our children the true ummati of Rasulullah. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable our children to love Rasulullah. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala introduce Rasulullah to our children. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our children realize the leadership of our Rasulullah. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our children love Rasulullah. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable our children to take deen seriously. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect these children from all kind of evils. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable them to protect their eyes from seeing haram. Protect our children from thinking about haram. Protect our children from eating haram. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our children from using curse words. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make these children the true Muslims that your Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam wanted to see in this ummah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable these children to come to the masjid. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable the parents to bring children regularly to the masjid. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala these children, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let them understand Quran. Let them study Quran. Let them study the seerah of your Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these young men who have memorized Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable them to spread the nur of Quran throughout the world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable them to be the true carrier of Quran. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all these youth who have learned Quran from the teachers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable these teachers to keep making dua for these children. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward handsomely those teachers who have taught them Quran. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of us halal rizq. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of us halal rizq. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the issue these days is halal. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are all involved in interest. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of us are involved in riba. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from riba. And those among us who are involved in riba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we know it is haram. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. Ya Allah ta'ala forgive us. Ya Allah ta'ala forgive us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to lead a life where we are not doing anything haram, but we are eating halal, we are earning halal, we are feeding others halal. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to earn only halal. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our businesses halal, make our jobs halal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us from haram. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those brothers and sisters who have asked us to make dua, Allah, you know their names. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive them. There are many brothers who have lost their jobs, who are struggling financially. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them jobs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them risk from there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are many brothers who don't have a place to live. They are struggling. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them a place to live. There are many brothers and sisters who do not have any legal status in this country. There are many brothers who are struggling to get a legal status. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them out. Help them out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are many brothers and sisters who have not got married. There are many sisters who have not got married and they are turning old. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them good partners. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable these sisters to get married. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those brothers who are looking for a wife, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them out. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to donate as much money as possible to poor people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to together make this masjid. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then accept our sadaqah, accept our tabarru'ah, accept our tabarru'ah. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Quran that was read in Salat al-Tarawih, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept that tilawat of Quran. Accept that tilawat of Quran. Whatever mistakes were there, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with your karam and rahmat, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, every hafiz who is reciting Quran or anywhere in the world, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept his tilawat of Quran. Accept his tilawat of Quran. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to read the seerat of your Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make all of us true Muslims true ummati of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give us life upon Iman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then when we die, give us death upon Iman. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we die, make the best moment of our life the last moment of our life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make the best moment of our life the last moment of our life, where we are able to say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, and then we leave this world. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we die upon Iman, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we go to our qabr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make this qabr a place of comfort. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make our qabr a place of comfort, where you will open a window of Jannah, where cool breeze will come. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will keep our soul in A'la Illiyin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from Sijjeen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from Sijjeen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and on the day of Hashr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is easy, very easy to say, but it is very difficult to see our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the midst of billions of people, Rasulullah was Saqul Kawthar, will be Saqul Kawthar from the subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of Hashr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant us the shade of your arsh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant us the shade of your arsh. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make us among those fortunate people who will enter into Jannah without hisab and kitab. Without hisab and kitab. Without hisab and kitab. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Jannah honor us by having by being able to see you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that honor. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in this world there are many brothers and sisters who are suffering in different parts of the world. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have mercy upon all of them. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Gaza, Palestine, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, brothers and sisters are living in such a pathetic condition. There are children who do not have food for iftar. There are families who do not have anything to eat in Palestine. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are living there in this condition for years after years. A few days ago, a Muslim sister was killed in front of everyone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the world is silent. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these brothers and sisters in Palestine are living in this condition for years after years. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have mercy upon them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have mercy upon them. Our brothers and sisters in Syria have gone through so much. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the cities have turned into ruins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have mercy upon them. Have mercy upon them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, change the condition of the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, change the condition of the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make our leaders true Muslims. All the Muslim countries, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of them are in bad shape. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, would give us true leadership. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give us true leadership. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, A'malukum a'malukum, that your leaders are your deeds. Your leaders are your deeds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enable us to check ourselves and to correct ourselves. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in this masjid, all the good work that is taking place, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reward all those volunteers who have worked throughout the month of Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reward them handsomely. And all those sisters who have been silently working in this masjid, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reward them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the imams who have ever worked here in this masjid, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reward them. All those people who have taught others Quran in this masjid, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept their efforts. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reward them. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever we have asked for, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant us. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant us. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant us. Whatever we were unable to ask, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant us that as well. And Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these sisters who are making dua, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept their dua as well. Allah, these young boys and girls who are making dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept their dua as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these old people who are sitting here making dua, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept their dua as well. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept the dua of everyone who is sitting here. یا اللہ سبحانہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کی دعاؤں کو قبول فرما. یا اللہ سبحانہ تعالیٰ جو کچھ مانگ رہے ہیں اللہ تعالیٰ وہ عطا فرما, جو ہم نہیں مانگ پائے اللہ تعالیٰ وہ بھی عطا فرما. یا اللہ تعالیٰ اتنا بڑا مجمع بیٹھا ہوا ہے, آدھی رات ہے, اللہ تعالیٰ آپ کے گھر پہ سب جمع ہیں صرف ایک حسرت اور ایک مقصد کے لیے, وہ ہے مغفرت. یا اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کی مغفرت فرما دے, اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کی مغفرت فرما دے, اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کی مغفرت فرما دے. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کے والدین کی مغفرت فرما, ان کے درجات کو بلند فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کے بچوں کو صراط مستقیم پر گامزن فرما. اللہ ان کو کفر و شرک سے اللہ تعالیٰ حفاظت فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ جن مسلمانوں کا انتقال ہو گیا ہے اللہ تعالیٰ ان کی مغفرت فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ جو بیمار ہیں اللہ تعالیٰ ان کو صحت عطا فرما. ڈاکٹر اسلام صاحب بیمار ہیں, اللہ تعالیٰ ان کو صحت عطا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ اور متعدد لوگ بیمار ہیں, اللہ تعالیٰ ان کو صحت عطا فرما. ہمارا ینگ حافظ یاسر صلاح الدین, اللہ تعالیٰ وہ ایک حادثے کا شکار ہوا ہے, اللہ تعالیٰ اپنے رحم و کرم سے یاسر کو صحت عطا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ اس کو صحت عطا فرما. اور اس بچے کو اللہ تعالیٰ پھر سے دوڑنے اور بھاگنے والا بنا دے. اللہ تعالیٰ اس بچے کو پھر سے نماز کی امامت کرنے والا بنا دے. اس بچے کو پھر سے تراویح پڑھانے والا بنا دے. اللہ تعالیٰ اس کے پیروں میں جان ڈال دے. اللہ تعالیٰ اس کو پھر سے چلنے والا بنا دے. اللہ تعالیٰ آپ کی قدرت ہے, اللہ تعالیٰ آپ کر سکتے ہیں. اللہ تعالیٰ اس بچے کو مکمل صحت عطا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ اسی طریقے سے بچے جو فلسطین میں اپاہج ہو گئے ہیں, جو سیریا میں اللہ تعالیٰ بمباری کی وجہ سے اللہ تعالیٰ کرپل ہو گئے, اللہ تعالیٰ ان کو بھی صحت عطا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ان کو بھی صحت عطا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کی دعاؤں کو قبول فرما. ہم سب کو حلال روزی عطا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کو حرام سے اللہ تعالیٰ اپنی حفاظت میں رکھ. اللہ تعالیٰ آخرت میں نبی پاک صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی شفاعت نصیب فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کو بغیر حساب و کتاب کے جنت میں داخلہ فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم میں سے جو وہ ایسے لوگ ہیں جن کی جاب ختم ہو گئی ہے تو اللہ تعالیٰ ان کو اچھی جاب عطا فرما. جو فائنینشلی اسٹرگل کر رہے ہیں اللہ تعالیٰ ان پر خاص اپنا رحم فرما. جن کے والدین بیمار ہیں اللہ تعالیٰ ان کو صحت عطا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ جن کے والدین کا انتقال ہو گیا ہے اللہ تعالیٰ ان کی مغفرت فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کو توفیق عطا فرما کہ ہم سب لوگ مل کے اس نئی مسجد کی تعمیر میں لگ جائیں. اللہ تعالیٰ جنہوں نے اب تک صدقہ دیا ہے اللہ تعالیٰ ان کے صدقات کو قبول فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ جو ابھی نہیں دے پائے اللہ تعالیٰ کو توفیق عطا فرما کہ وہ ڈونیٹ کریں. اللہ تعالیٰ جو بہنیں یہاں جمع ہیں اللہ تعالیٰ ہماری بہنیں جو کوئی بھی دعائیں مانگ رہی ہیں اللہ تعالیٰ ان کی دعاؤں کو قبول فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ جن بہنوں کی بھی شادی نہیں ہوئی اللہ تعالیٰ ان کے پاس اچھے پیغام بھیج دے. جو بھائی ہیں جن کی شادی نہیں ہوئی ہے اللہ تعالیٰ ان پہ بھی شادی کرا دے. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کو حلال روزی عطا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کا خاتمہ ایمان کا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کی دعاؤں کو شرف قبولیت عطا فرما دے. اللہ تعالیٰ اس لیلۃ القدر کی رات میں اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کو اکٹھا ہو کے دعا کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. ان راتوں میں عبادت کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کی دعاؤں کو قبول فرما. ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم. ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم. ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم وتب علينا انك انت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله وسلم على النبي الكريم وعلى اله واصحابه اجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. So volunteers have sent a message that on your way back, please follow the instruction of the volunteer.